I saw Tony at this party, right? And he told me, he's like, yo, you want to do my, it's literally a birthday show. He said, yo, you want to do my show at the Laugh Factory this Sunday? I was like, hell yeah. And he was like, all right, bet. Pull up, do 7:30, 7:15, you can do my show. I got you. The whole time, I pull up, I'm early, I'm here, I do the show. I go up, he finds out, like, hold on, after my set, he's like, wait a second. This nigga's not Tehran. Who is this nigga, right? I did a good job.
Did you rip?
I let him think I was Tehran just so I could do. I was like he's like waiting on the Persian and black shit. I'm like, so I'm black and Cuban.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to your Sunday Scoop. I am your host, Kamari Love, and today I am joined by my co-host, Richie Rich.
What's up?
As always, we are joining you live from the world-famous Laugh Factory in Hollywood, California. If you are back joining us today, thank you so much for joining us again. And if it is your first time, welcome. Be sure at some point in the chat to drop in and let us know where you're listening from. So for today, what's up, guys?
Hey,
how you doing?
Hello.
We got Brandon.
Yes.
And we got Keon.
What's up?
Yes.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having us upstairs.
Are we not doing last names? Is that?
I guess not. You're just Keon. Any Keon.
No, we are. We're not famous.
And, you know, God knows how many Brandons there are. Like,
We're not famous at all.
the go-to black name. Yeah.
They definitely need our last name. They don't know us at all.
We know you, man. We know you. How you guys been doing, though? What's been going on?
Well, you know.
Just got off stage.
Yeah. Doing great. You're hosting very well.
Oh, thank you. I'm chilling. You, sir?
Yeah, I also
Brandon, how are you, Brandon?
I'm doing good, Keon.
Oh, thank you, Brandon.
I just got off the stage at the Laugh, and here we are upstairs now. The Laugh. We don't use last names no more.
We're doing a pod right now.
Yeah, doing a pod for chocolate.
Last names. Go ahead and cover that.
That's a shock.
Awesome.
Well, here. Cheers.
Cheers. Is that that's the segue?
Oh, we're doing the black people
That's
drink?
the segue.
We don't have to finish it, though, right? We don't have to finish it?
Wow.
No, you can do what you want to do.
I'm gonna take a sip. You know, like they want us to
I'm an
fight.
adult.
They want us to fight on here.
You guys want to hear a funny story?
Sure, why not?
Okay. I fucking bombed like 2 hours ago
Where?
at the Improv.
Oh.
It was bad.
And you had to come here.
Wait, you do stand-up?
Yeah.
I did not know.
I'm like getting into it.
Oh, you're starting.
I'm starting.
Well,
No
then
disrespect.
bombing, you're going to bomb a lot more, too.
Oh, my God. It was,
They're gonna come.
it was brutal. And then I just had to come here and just reset, smile.
You know, it's funny, and I'm hoping.
So sorry. So that was my fault that the energy. It's probably my energy. I was bringing bomb
You're
energy.
thinking about, man, I should have said that one joke differently and shit.
Bruh.
Yo, but also, aren't you
Many more to
glad
come.
that nobody else from the Improv is here right now? Like, you know for a fact they're still locked in watching other comedians. Like, there's no way.
No one's going to remember.
Unless somebody follows you just to be like, nigga, that was trash. Just to come here and then leave.
That's the best part about stand-up and not being famous is like, no one knows.
No one knows.
No one knows
Yeah.
the struggles. People don't know you until you make it.
Yeah.
And then they're like, he's so funny. They don't see the
You
struggles.
can have
They
a
don't see
covert
the
bomb,
They
yeah.
don't
It's
see
true.
We can bomb for years and no
Mm-hmm.
one knows. And then you just blow up and they're like, he's so good.
What do you do when you when you bomb?
You leave immediately. You get in your car.
No, but that's what I said.
You
So
go
I was
home.
trying to tell my family. My family came to watch me, and after the
Oh,
bomb, I
your
was like,
family was
family.
there?
They're sitting in the front row looking at me, and I was like,
no.
They
yo.
won't come anymore.
I
But
texted my mom. I was like, hey, let's go. And they were like, no, we're just going to stay. and
Oh,
watch the other
nah.
comics. I was
Oh,
like,
was it the main room or was it the
main room, bro?
Oh, no.
in your defense, this is Hollywood Improv.
Hollywood Improv.
In your defense,
It was
those crowds
bad.
be trash.
It was bad.
Those crowds be trash.
I'm not going to blame it on the crowd, though.
I know, but they do. Like at the Hollywood Improv,
Go a little bit. It's fine.
they be trash. I mean, I'm sure you did horrible, but
Thanks.
but the crowds,
Thanks, Keon.
the crowds be trash. The crowds
In your
be
defense.
awful. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So,
Have you
now,
guys,
like you bomb
obviously
like
you
here, and then you suck.
Yeah. Nope.
You know what I
In
mean?
my head, I was like, damn, it made me have so much. Well, I already had respect for you guys getting on stage and doing your thing here, but like, just so much more respect in front of this audience because I was like, damn, if that would have happened here, I don't know if I would come back to Laugh Factory.
You know, if it happens here, then you get on that wait list for another 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to, when they give you that time to shine on this thing, you got to come with it. I'm
Yeah,
talking
gotta get
first
out.
impressions. I'm talking graduation spot. I'm talking, like, right when you just get in and you're starting the show. Like, you got to come with heat, like every
No pressure
single time.
to anybody who
No
wants to do
pressure,
it.
yeah. Anyone wants
But
to
that
try
makes
something,
sense.
you got, like, because the show is, like, even when you're interested, they give you a date. It's like 5 years in the future. You're like, nigga, we gonna be dead by then. Like, we don't. They'll be like, oh, bring the Broady.
People put so much
your
pressure
set's
on
probably
themselves.
changing so much.
They gave me a date. I was already referred and started doing sets. And then I still had a date in the can, right? So I started doing shows. And then they called me one day and said, hi, Brandon. So we have your date. Like, mind you, I moved here in like 2010.
Yeah.
And they probably gave me a date like 2013. I'd already started doing chocolate Sundaes prior to that, right? But my date had just come up. And so they still called me and said, hey, yeah, so you have a show coming up in 2 weeks. I'm like, I just performed last week. Like, they were all excited. Like, yeah, aren't you excited? It's going to be your first one. I'm like, I've been, I already surpassed my, but that was through referrals and everything. But nonetheless, like, it's like this place is, it's a fortress, but it's like it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, take it seriously, like really bring that heat when you come here, because it's like it's chocolate Sundaes. Like, this is a who's who. This is a
I think that's what puts the pressure on the comedians more than just doing stand up, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're new, you're from some random Midwest town, you coming in, you're seeing celebrities, you're seeing comics that you might watch on the internet or in real life or whatever that you admire, whatever, and it's your turn. I think the pressure of the peers gets to people more than the pressure of the crowd.
Yeah.
I
Like,
agree.
they
It
be
have to
like-
be that.
They'd be like, oh, God, everybody's watching.
Because there's a whole bullpen upstairs.
Yeah, and I want everybody's respect.
Yeah.
And when they should be thinking, fuck them.
Right.
Like, the hell with your peers. Your peers
It's
ain't
about the audience.
They're
It's
the
about
most
the
forgiving.
audience.
Yeah.
Your peers understand. Your peers and your peers they're not buying tickets to your shows. Your peers, like, I remember when I moved here and I was doing stages, I was like, I don't give a fuck what the comedians think.
Yeah.
It's about the crowd.
Right.
You know what I
How
mean?
many years ago was that?
I was 7, 8. My son's 6, so like 7, 8 years. Now, granted, I did crack him up, fucking murder. But
Slight difference.
that's how I got cool with everybody. They were like, that nigga funny.
Yeah.
Like, so it does
On your
help.
first time?
Out here.
Yeah,
See,
okay.
that's the thing. I didn't start here. I started in the Bay.
Got it. Okay.
So when I got here, that 7 minutes that I did at Crack 'em Up, I already been doing for. So it was like, it was
Perfected it.
polished. It
Right.
So I do understand the pressure of the peers, because if your peers think you're funny, then it's like, hey man, what you doing Tuesday? I got this show I run.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I get it on that end. But at the end, I think people care way too much about what your peers
But
think of you.
there also is another aspect to it that's it's like the comedians that are up in the bullpen also kind of sometimes enjoy watching the bomb. You know, because like you'll
That's
see
hilarious.
other comedians laughing, like when they say the shit doesn't hit, and they're like, yeah, it's crazy. So we just how the single ladies.
I don't think the bombing's funny. The bombing's not what's funny, because actually it sucks to see somebody bomb.
But it's how they get out of it, right?
We know what's coming after the bomb. So when you see somebody struggling, it's the same shit.
Yeah.
How you ladies doing out there? Where my happy couples? They just looking for
So
something.
who's been married? Who's been married?
This is where I got fucked up. So I get on stage, right? I say my opening line, and my set just gone.
What's your opening line? What's your
Gone.
opening line?
I don't even want to. It's traumatizing. I don't even want to do it right now.
I feel like we should work this out really quick,
Let's
though.
fix it.
You have
Let's
to
fix it.
work.
So I've been dating a barista at Starbucks that works at the Starbucks across the street from me. Right?
Okay.
I already know you about to.
No,
make this
I'm
joke.
waiting.
We
No.
still.
That's
So-
the thing.
Is that all the joke you
Look,
gave
wait,
them?
wait,
Is that?
So wait,
and the
that's it,
niggas
right
like,
there, right?
what else,
Yes.
nigga? Like,
That's one thing you'll learn the longer
Yeah.
you do it, is when the audience is quiet, they're just listening.
They're listening.
So I was just listening. I'm like, what do
Yeah.
you got? That's
No,
all they're
but
doing. Can't be afraid of the silence.
Watch.
Embrace it.
So I've been dating this girl. I've been dating.
He has no confidence in it.
he's already bailed on
You
this
gotta believe
joke.
what you're saying.
Change it to coffee bean, maybe.
Yeah.
So I've been dating
You
this
gotta
girl
sell
at
it.
the coffee
Maybe
bean
that's
across the street from my house, right? Some call it convenient. Others call it dangerous. I call it dangerously convenient. Okay?
Okay.
Right? Froze. Forget the whole next line, nothing. So I'm just standing there. And then I start vomiting all of my internal thoughts.
Oh, I thought you
no,
meant
not literally.
vomiting.
That would
That would terrible.
Yeah.
And your family still wanting to stay?
So I start just saying all the things that are in my head. I'm like, oh shit, I'm bombing. Like, it's happening. Da-da-da. And like, then my uncle's sitting literally like to the right of the stage, fucking dying laughing.
Of
cracking up. I'm looking like in the audience, I'm like, line, like what's the line? Like somebody give me the line. Like my boy Henry, I don't know where he is, but he helped me like rehearse the set. So he was in the crowd and I was like, Henry, what's the line? Like,
But they didn't laugh at Henry. What's the line?
no, they did. So that's
Oh,
the
that's
thing.
funny.
So it was like the people that were watching the set, they were saying that it was funny, but in my head it was like, damn.
It wasn't hitting like
What
what you and
jokes were
Henry.
hitting?
I knew what jokes I wanted to hear.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? And
They were laughing at you.
They,
But mission accomplished. You
But
made
they
him
laugh.
laugh.
But
Like,
they
you
Sometimes you
know?
gotta take that shit.
So, but I still don't understand. So, after you're dating this girl from Starbucks, it's dangerously convenient, conveniently dangerous.
Yes.
What's the next part of the joke?
So the next part of the joke,
Oh, you don't even know it now.
bruh, it's like
Traumatized.
It's traumatized.
Okay.
Jesus.
What was the next part of the joke?
You can't even do it now. Pressure.
Pressure.
Damn, bro.
Damn.
See, y'all can't do what we do
Okay.
like that. It's harder than it looks.
It is. No.
It's hard. It is
Mad
very
Is this
hard.
my
respect.
It's
camera?
very hard.
Is this on me?
Yes.
Stay out of this. You don't want no
You don't want
parts of
no
this.
part of this shit. We
Yeah.
make
You
it
don't
look
want
very
no
easy.
No,
Parts.
it's very difficult.
Make it
No,
look
it
very
looks
easy.
difficult. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
it
it'll
don't look
come
like
to me
no
like
easy
five
shit.
minutes.
It's so great to watch somebody do their first couple times because they get up there and they realize, fuck.
For real.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
Except for the delusional. You always got the delusionals to
yeah.
be like, I killed him. Like, I saw it.
Oh, or I ripped last night.
I ripped.
That's
Did
not
you?
ripping.
Okay.
That's not
That's not ripping.
Fine. That's how you feel
So
about it.
has that ever happened? I'm sure you guys have bombed
course.
before, but like, give us like a good bomb story.
Let's see.
They said I have none.
No.
Flawless. Flawless record.
I've never had just a set where I got no laughs, like straight up. You know,
Yeah.
I've never gotten booed. I've never gotten like to the point where motherfuckers are like get off the stage.
Yeah.
But I have had shows where people wanted to fight me afterwards.
Whoa.
Oh,
You know, they
you,
were
you be talking shit?
Well, I get heckled. They're not intimidated by me, so sometimes I get heckled.
Mm.
And then the thing is, I roast. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
I truly roast. So I come back with roasting, and then they're like, "Oh, well, now we gotta want to take it to the hand." So I've had people wait outside for me
Yeah.
because they wanted to fight me. You
Can
know,
you fight?
I'm decent. Like
Okay.
I can't say that I'm always. I can size up people like, nah, you know, I'm gonna bow out on this one. but there's others where I'm
good
like,
fighter
I
knows.
think
In
I can
fairness,
handle
though,
it.
in fairness, I've known Broady a long time. It wasn't his look. Like, people just felt like, I could whoop his ass. Because Broady didn't always look like this. Broady, like, now Broady looks cool. But years ago, Broady looked like, all I do is play video games.
Yeah.
I never had sex. Even though he was. Fuck it. But,
Still getting bitches. But like,
but he looked, he was alternative black looking before that
Yeah.
was a thing.
Gotcha.
I had a big ass fro.
Yeah,
I
big
used
ass
to wear
fro.
a big fro. Like,
So
if you would
somebody,
go-
a nigga would see him and be like,
I could
I'll whoop
try
his
that.
ass. You know what I mean? It's
Meanwhile,
like-
internally, I had cornrows from prison. You know what I mean?
You got to be a thug in your
I
head.
had dreads in my head, you
Yeah.
know? But
Bombing's inevitable, man. I remember my probably one of my worst sets ever. I'm doing this set. Well, the show started late. A bunch of, it was niggas, right?
Oh,
Show
yeah.
started late. They was already irritated, raining outside. So I'm doing my joke. But I never gave a fuck on stage. Like, I never gave a fuck. So I was like, these are jokes I want to do. They have bits, they have parts. So I do the bit, it bombs. I was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to do every tag that goes with this joke.
Oh, my God.
I did every tag. Bombing. Didn't give a fuck. I was like, I'm going
That's
to do
bold,
every
bro.
It's the confidence,
tag.
though.
'Cause I'm
Yeah.
working on this joke
they
for
wanted
me.
the joke.
Yeah.
They wanted the
I'm
joke
like-
to be over so bad,
I
and you
was
just kept tagging it
I just
out.
kept doing because I was like, I don't give a shit. Like, I know this is funny because I've done other plays. It's just not hitting right now, but I'm gonna work. I'm working.
Yeah.
I'm working to get better.
No,
I'm
that's good
hitting it.
energy,
So
yeah.
then I finished that joke. Bombs. Right. I got like 2 minutes left. I do this joke. I know that works. It works. Yeah. That joke hits. This how I know I did terrible. The host, which was like my OG at the time, right? He comes on stage. He daps me up. He whispers in my ear, "Hey, but you hung in there, man." Oh no! That's all that matters. You hung in there. And he whispered that, and I was like, yeah, you know.
You're right.
I got off stage,
Yeah.
and my boy, who we started together. We have a podcast together, all this shit right now.
Yeah.
But he goes, so that's what we doing. I said, hey, you
That's
know?
bad. So
You know, I keep honest people around me.
Yeah,
We don't be
yeah.
doing
You know-
hey, you did. He was like, nigga. I was like, yeah, that's.
Is
But I
Tony-
knew I was
Tony-
bombing. I just didn't give a shit. Like, I was like, I don't care about. I don't think it's personal. You guys are irritated.
Right.
The show started an hour late. You've been standing in the rain. You're mad.
Yeah.
So
there's really nothing you could do at that.
And it was like, nigga, and I'm be honest, when I started stand up, I didn't, probably my first 6 months to a year maybe, I didn't do, like, I did okay in black rooms because I didn't know how to get them fast. I had like these long, like, build up, like,
Black
thinking.
rooms, you can't do that in black
and
rooms.
it's like, they
Yeah.
like, no, now,
you gotta
right now.
relate
Right,
immediately.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
was like,
Instant
I
gratification.
was so, I don't know if it was arrogance or whatever, but I was like, no, nigga, this is what I'm doing. Y'all got to meet me where I'm at. And then I just learned how to just still do what I wanted to do, but also connect.
You
know
gotta
what I
build
mean?
their trust first.
And
Right,
then,
right.
but the funniest thing, like I had another bomb with niggas, right? And this dude comes up to me after the show. He was like, "Fuck what they talking about, bro. You funny.
Yeah.
These niggas stupid." And I was like, nah, man. He was like,
Period.
nah, bro, you funny.
Yeah.
Now fast forward, it's not a problem.
You
but,
funny. Yeah.
But up front, it wasn't even the joke. It was just connecting faster.
Yeah.
I was slow. I was like, I gotta go faster. So I started hosting shows. The OG was like, you want to get good fast.
You're a
you
great
start
host,
hosting.
man.
Yes.
So that he told me
Great
that.
host, yeah.
He said, you want to get booked, you want to get good fast, host. And you'll have to learn when people are taking orders, nobody gives a shit, but you have to fight through all that. So I just hosted a lot of shit, so I forced to fight.
Yeah.
And that's, like, a lot of people are scared to host. Fight. Like, you got to learn. That's the camera, right?
Yeah.
He looked. Like,
I know, we were like, ooh.
I just thought of
Gotta
a bomb I had. I did think of
Yeah,
one,
bring
man.
it on,
I had
Broady.
one. This was back in Maryland. That's where I started. I'm from the DMV. DMV represent. I did this show, and I really didn't know what kind of show it was, but it was a show that was like it was a campaign fundraiser, right, for this one woman that was running for like city council at some ward in Maryland, right?
Okay.
So I didn't know this, right? So I do this show. I'm like, yeah, I'm just at that time happy to do comedy shows. So I do this show. I coming out, man. I'm doing at this time young comics. I'm still doing dick jokes, pussy, this, that, you know, bitch, man, like just.
Are you
And
clean comic?
I'm a cleaner comic,
Uh-huh.
but I'm not clean. You know, like
Gotcha.
I've
Okay.
learned like this is a sidebar. I can't say bitch on stage. Like I can't refer to women as bitches. Like I can't say like I was with this bitch last night. It's jarring. I can say I
Yeah.
felt like a bitch. I can say this dude
That's
called
because
me
you
a
an evolved
bitch.
man, brother.
No, it's because
trying to give you-
they don't believe. I'm not. It's
trying to
like
give you
the
props.
way Corey Holcomb
Yeah.
can talk on stage is not the way I can speak on stage,
actually-
and it's
yeah.
like it takes. Like
Yeah.
I have to build supreme. If I'm gonna say, man, I was with this bitch last night, I've had to build so much trust and like respect for the art. Like, but like women automatically get turned off,
Shut off.
and dudes are just like, ugh, it sounds weird. Like some people don't even like me saying nigga on stage because it sounds like
Like,
a
you're
white
cutting it
dude.
close, buddy.
saying nigga. Yeah, because of the way I decide to speak. But
Yeah.
anyways, doing this show, saying bitches and niggas and all that shit, right? Motherfuckers started walking out. They started walking out because these women, the woman that was running, was like in her 60s, okay? So you understand, like my
setting.
prepubescent ass with no facial hair. Like I'm in my 30s with barely any facial hair.
Yeah.
Had none. So I look super young. So I just look like this super young kid talking about derogatory stuff. So that for them, I probably look like their grandkid just speaking disrespectfully
Yeah.
on stage. And I didn't
They
know
wasn't having it.
they
A
were
woman who's
walking
running
out.
for something,
A
trying to
woman
do
that's
something with her
Yeah,
life.
trying to. She's like,
You
she's
bitches
like,
ain't
I'm
ready
bringing
for
my
counsel."
good. I'm bringing Miss Jean. I'm bringing Miss Curl. All y'all come. It's gonna be a nice quality comedy night.
He
And then I
said,
come out,
penis, pussy.
pussy, penis, bitch, nigga, ass, dick,
Yeah,
dick,
they're like, we're trying to
vagina.
change the
It's like, oh my
community for the youth.
Yeah.
This is the youth.
We're gonna
Charlotte,
make
I
the
had no
community
idea.
better. I'm gonna fight for you. I come out. Yeah, this community needs some dick. Like it just.
So you just finish the set? You just keep it as strong? Like, what you do?
I think somebody came to me after there and was like, yo, man, you know, like, this was supposed to, this she was running, like they explained after the fact. Like, it was not like a Marriott, like.
Did
like,
she lose the election?
You know,
Was it your fault?
you know, I don't know, and I need to follow up on that story. I just know that, like, I left that hotel so fast because the dude talked to me. I felt awkward. I couldn't even look at these are older black women. Like, they just like,
The judgment.
Oh, older black women.
Damn.
That shit hurt.
Unforgiving,
You know?
you're canceled.
Oh.
yeah.
Oh,
like,
you was in a
I
hotel
couldn't-
too?
I was in a hotel,
I
bro.
bombed in a hotel. Just thought of another bomb. Same OG was hosting.
Are you serious?
And I did the same thing. I was younger, got up there. It was older crowd,
Yeah.
cussing, over the top, you know, yada, yada, yada.
Mm-hmm.
And I get off, the OG again was like, so what happened? You don't normally even talk like that when you're
These
nervous.
meetings.
I like the way he
like-
talks to you.
I
Like,
know. So,
I
my
was like,
guy.
I don't know, bro. I just got my head, and then
Yeah.
like, I didn't know what they wanted. That's
Yeah.
the thing too. When you're early, you try to like, what do they want instead of just doing what you.
Right.
What your set is.
well, you,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
gotta,
doing what you-
yeah,
yeah.
You
well,
don't know
just
yourself
let
yet,
them
and you don't know- yeah,
Yeah,
it's
you
just
don't
a-
know yourself. You
It's
don't
a
have
bunch
enough
of shit.
stories.
Yeah.
But
Like you're gonna win, like especially, and it's a connecting thing. Like it's hard to be like younger comic connecting to older people because there's certain things that you don't like. Honestly,
I ain't
what
been
you
through nothing like.
you haven't
I'm
been, you haven't
26.
been to that. But what you got to talk about is your point of view
Yeah.
as like be honest with yourself. Like, hey, I don't understand how to date. I'm just learning this. Like, I know you guys are married. I want to be that one. You got to like kind of give them the authority, but don't act like you're the authority. Acknowledge the fact that you are a young person. Speak from that point of view, and then they're gonna laugh at it because they're like, oh, I remember I used to think like that. That's how you become relatable to that.
Right. That makes sense.
But don't be like, man, these bitches nowadays, they the worst. You got to speak like, I'm young, guys. I don't understand a lot of, like humble yourself.
Just happy to be here.
Yeah. And then after that, they'll kind of rock with you. You know, I've learned that in a lot.
Yeah, because I'm 26 and I'm doing these old people. I'm like, look, I'm out here fucking these hoes. You know,
they don't want to hear none of that.
They're like, man, no, we're in a relationship.
Okay, so wait, question. So do you typically know what your audience is going to be prior to your set, or do you literally have to get up on stage, scan the room, and change it right
Well, now.
Well, chocolate Sundaes, you know, it's going to be majority black.
Is it?
No,
chocolate. Well, that's what I say. I literally go on stage. That's my first joke. I'm like, chocolate, not so chocolate anymore. It's more like Marshmallow Mondays.
The other people want to know what was up.
Yeah.
No, I mean, once you do this, you know, everything is.
Funny is funny.
Yeah, and you just know what you're doing. Like, I've literally been on the phone, and they be like, come to the stage. I'm gonna call you back, my nigga. Like, and I go up there, like, you don't care no more.
Yeah.
Like, you just like, I mean, me, I
How
can't speak
long did
everybody.
it take you to get to that
Early.
point? Really?
Early. I think because I come from a sports background.
Okay.
That'll do
So
it.
I was
play?
like
Basketball.
in college. So I'm like, bombing. It's just me.
Yeah.
I just lost. Sports, my teammates lost. The coaches at the school lost. You like you ever gone back to campus after fucking up,
Bro.
Like nigga, the whole school.
Hat on, like, I wasn't there.
The teachers looking at you like if you would have hit your free throws,
Yeah.
we would have had.
Dead ass. And here's this extra bonus question.
Right.
Looks like we're not gonna get that gym this year because of Keon's missed free throw.
It's different, like that kind of pressure. Different, like you know, when you walk through the halls and you playing your rivals and people before the game, like you bringing us home tonight? You like, oh shit, like everybody's riding on this. Up there, it's just me. So I go home by myself. I'm the only one that saw it. Like you said, nobody's gonna see that bomb. Your friends but ain't nobody gonna remember that shit years from now. Like, but your school shit, that shit gets documented. It gets there's newspaper clippings. Like everybody knows about that shit. So
I think it's a shift for me. It was about just becoming more vulnerable and not trying to just do jokes, you know, not like
that's the
like
transformation.
share stories.
And I feel like because I watch so much comedy, you could tell the people that know, like, are trying to push that vulnerability.
There's a shift, and I'm still working. I mean, I'm always going to be a student of comedy, like that. I'll always say that. But the student I am now can be a teacher to my former self, you know, and like now I'm able to like understand like I need to speak from a place of vulnerability because that's where the relatability is going to come because somebody's going through something similar to me. They're going to attach and latch onto that story rather than me just being like, you know, what's weird about fucking clout, you know, like you can
do though.
You can do some far out stuff, but it's like getting the relatability is what earns you the obscurity. You're allowed. They'll allow you after you get relatability.
It really is.
Yeah, I love that.
You can say whatever you want.
Wait, say that one more time.
Once you get the relatability, you can get the obscurity.
Because they trust you.
Yeah.
Trust is everything, and that's what I learned with the black crowd. In the beginning, they were just like they didn't trust me. They were just
black
like
people, trust issues.
Right. You know so when I would get up there, everybody and I think I was so anti roaches and shit. Like I was like, nigga, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I am not. In all the shows I was doing though, at the time, everybody's like, nigga, roaches, your mom ever hit you so hard? You know, it was Def Jam.
Yeah.
I felt like I started comedy in 2011, and I was like, the Def Jam era passed. I'm not doing that shit no more. But these shows I was doing, they was still on that, and I just felt like, no, nigga, like
that's not you.
Black people are not monolith. Like we have so much other shit. Like I'm sorry, my father raised me. Nigga, I don't have.
That I'm different.
I don't have, nigga. You know what I mean? I don't have the other. You know the shit y'all talking about. I'm sorry, that wasn't my. But now, if you hear me talk now, I can talk about the bad side of having a father. I learned how to take the suburban and make it relatable to black people.
I say a similar thing. Like I could have been something if my dad wasn't in my life. I was like Barack Obama, not his dad, not his life. Tupac, you know, LeBron James. Like I could have been something if my dad wasn't in my life. And it's similar. Now, granted, my dad he had another wife. I'm the product of a side marriage. I'm my dad's youngest, my mom's only. So I'm his fifth child. You know, from a remarry. But like. So it's
wait,
like
he married his side chick.
which is my mom.
Your mom.
Yeah. So it's like
She had that fire, nigga. Like,
hey,
he stole her from a whole family.
Hey, now, Keon, all right? Jan Brody's a goddamn saint, all right?
Shout out Jen.
He left his whole family for your mama.
Hey, Keon. When you put it like that, I got to put that on stage. Like, I have been trying to develop like some kind of joke in that. That's
There's
actually hilarious. I got to be like, yo, that means my mom had that fire, and I don't know how to feel about that. Like, this nigga walked out on 4 kids.
Said I choose you.
Right, for your mama.
For my mom.
Family, bro.
Yeah.
And they try to tell me, I think the funniest things that I still like laugh at to this day is when my dad be like, he trying to tell me I was playing. He'd be like, yeah, you know, your mother came to me and said, Malcolm, I want to have a baby. And I said, all right, well, we're going to have a beautiful baby. He's going to have curly hair. Like, I was like, nigga, I know I wasn't playing. I might have been made in the backseat of a goddamn Mercedes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, you might have been. That's how fire it was. He was like, leave your family, have a baby with me. He was like, okay.
Nigga, I think it was more of a, hey, so I'm pregnant. I'm keeping. I don't care what the fuck you want to do, but
Yeah.
you know, it's just like,
roll with it.
so hey, here we are today.
And now you're alive.
I'm
Killing
alive because my
it.
You
dad
got
was,
curly hair.
Exactly.
He's a prophet.
Delivered.
yeah, my dad was 50 when he had me. You understand?
wow.
So
Oh,
like,
you definitely playing that shit.
Yeah,
Well, how old was your mom?
my mom was 36 when she had me.
Yeah, she was like, I want to keep. That's what happens when you get
Yeah,
young.
yeah.
She was like, I want a baby. And he was
She
like,
said,
okay.
any nigga that's throwing out some skeet and some dick, I'm tired of this not baby shit. All
So
my friends.
how is it with your siblings?
It's great now, but they feel
Yeah.
more like aunts and uncles because they're like
older.
the disparity between
Right?
me and the young. So it's like 2 brothers. It's brother, sister, right? That's the age. And my oldest brother is 61. And then the sister
Whoa.
closest to me is 16 years from me, right?
Yeah.
So it's like my nieces and nephews are closer to age to me than my brothers and sisters.
Do you have a joke about that?
Wow.
It's formulating right now.
Yeah, should have been talking about
Let's talk about it. Let's talk
I'm
about it.
fascinated. You got a grandpa
Yeah.
brother, nigga.
I got a grandpa brother.
like that is fascinating.
All right, that's perfect. No, I do. I got
Your
grand.
siblings are older than my parents.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Same.
Yeah.
It's like 50
Same.
Yeah, my parents are in their
Yeah.
50s, bro.
That's actually
Yeah,
wild.
You say your brother was?
my dad right now is he's at 86 years
You
old.
got a grandpa daddy and a daddy brother.
No, I have a great granddaddy daddy because he's literally
Yes.
a great granddaddy because
Yeah.
not only do I have nieces and nephews,
Yeah.
my nieces and nephews have kids. I'm a grand uncle, bro. You know how
Damn.
old that makes me feel in my 30s? I'm like, I got little kids that are gonna have to say, that's your great uncle right there. Like, nigga, I'm still trying to figure out life, and I'm someone's great uncle.
That's wild.
They gonna be coming to you with advice that you ain't got.
That's way too much responsibility.
Shit.
I don't
would agree with
got it yet.
That's a lot.
Yeah. So
Oh,
there's-
you should be talking about all that on stage. That is wild as
no,
fuck.
it's opening up right now. This is great. I needed this. My child is 7, right? And huh?
You said you
I have a son. I have a son. Yeah. He's 7. Yeah. My son's Ace. Love him.
So he plays with his great
He gets to.
nephews.
He can play.
cousins.
He's basically like because he's their superior as far as cousins. Like his actual cousins are my nieces and nephews, and he's 7. So he has. His cousins, his direct cousins are in their 30s, late 20s.
What up, cuz?
That's so unfortunate. Family gatherings are just like, all right.
What's your family reunion?
Like, yeah.
When was the last
Man.
family
They just
reunion?
break everybody up into age groups. Like, they're like fuck the family tree. They're like,
For the
okay.
3-legged race, we're gonna get the 7 to 11-year-olds.
Like, there's no.
So you're gonna be with your grandfather in group 1.
But
so
you
the
have
7 to
to.
11 year. Yeah. It's wild, dude. Like, I mean, I don't think about like it's like, but you know, when you live a family dynamic like that, you just think it's natural. Like, you don't understand family dynamics and how other people's families work. You just like, oh, this is what it is, and that's what I see as normal, you know.
Yeah.
But it's not until you meet other people's dynamics you're like, oh, and then when you actually have kids of your own, that's when you realize, oh shit, life is interesting. Like,
What was a moment to your point, like learning when you're going into someone else's house or someone else's home, like, damn, that's how people are living? Did that ever happen? to you?
Yeah, it was going to my white friend Matt Mercolano's house, and his mom making
what was
dinner,
that?
and Matt
Is that
Mercogliano.
his real name?
It's so white, and they'd have dinner at 5 o'clock, and that shit would be bland as fuck, and I'd be so pissed off because I'd have to eat. I think I had a glass of milk, and I hate milk, and so I'd be like, I'd literally be tortured because I'd be over their house, like, oh my god, because my mom is a chef. She'd be cooking, you know, she cooked.
She
and
cooked, and she got that fire, nigga. Like,
You know what, Keon?
Of course
Jan
your dad
Broady is a saint.
of course your dad left, bro.
Oh, shit.
Duh. Like,
Wait, what else is your mom great at?
Right.
Yeah, just
She's also a lawyer.
Oh my God.
She's
of
smart
course.
too.
She's
Yeah.
smart. She could cook. She
Your
got the
dad saw the
fire.
come up. You know?
Bruh.
He's looking at your siblings' mom like, no, I can do better. than
He
this.
said, "Yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up.
Oh God, this is.
I'm gonna stay here."
It's all coming so fast. I've never seen it like this before, y'all.
That's what she said.
This is
You
all
say
the
one more
spot
thing, I'm
counseling
like,
on the
your mom
Sunday
was single.
Scoop.
Yeah, like, I'm ready to leave my wife for your mom. Like, your mom sounds amazing.
Oh
She
my
still got
God.
it.
Hey man.
You know what I mean?
Shit.
And I know she done been through the change already. She can't get pregnant. She can't. It's impossible.
She's going through. Yeah, she be talking about her hot flat. How?
Oh,
Isn't
yeah.
it hot in here all the time now,
Yeah,
man?
yeah.
My
She
parents
good.
live at two different climates in the house. First of all, my dad is like, it's so goddamn cold in here. My mom's like, it's so fucking hot.
Right.
So they have to stay on different levels of the house, so they keep their
Hilarious.
own fucking climate. It's the funny
Oh,
shit.
man.
And then I come in there, I'm just completely pissed
You
off
just
in
catch
every room.
pneumonia. You don't know how to feel.
Nigga, I catch pneumonia upstairs, hypothermia on one floor, like I'm
God damn it.
having sunburn in one, like it's just it's
Sunburn.
bad, dog. Yeah.
He's like, we're going to
Same-
visit your
same question to you,
grandparents,
same
so bring a
question to
coat and your swim trunks. It's like, all right, we'll figure it out.
We gonna have
When was the
to.
moment you were like, oh, people are living like this for you?
Well, I actually come from a two-parent home. Same mother, same father house.
That's
We got a
congratulations.
dog.
Honestly,
You had
like,
a dog
that's
too?
rare. And a
Did you
dog.
did you have a tire
He
swing?
had a
You
collar
had
too,
a tire
didn't he?
swing,
He
nigga.
had a
No,
name
no,
tag.
no, no, no.
Yeah.
But my
Everything.
family, honestly, when my mom and dad divorced, other people.
Oh, they divorced.
Other people cried.
It was one of them.
They divorced when I was like 20.
So your
Like, I was already
family,
grown.
you were like your family was like a fixture.
They were
in the community.
Our family was like Huxtable. Like they were
Damn,
like,
that's hard.
yo, that's a black family.
What's a 20-year-old? What's a 20 like at 20? What's a divorce for a 20-year-old? Like, how do you like? I think
Honestly,
you can understand. You're just like
You're
all right,
19.
whatever.
I was 19, 20. At that point, I was annoyed because I'm in college. I'm hooping, right? When you play ball, the only breaks you get, basketball's a winter sport.
Yeah.
So your Thanksgiving and Christmas break is really short because most of the time you're doing tournaments or whatever. So it's real small. They get a divorce. I'm like, so whose house am I going to? Because I got to split time with you niggas because you couldn't work it out.
And I'm in the middle of
That's the
season.
most selfish shit I've ever heard.
But not necessarily. He's in
No.
the middle of season. Like,
I'm like, yo, like it's Christmas, so I can't come to one house anymore. I gotta spend Thanksgiving with you and Christmas. Y'all fucking up my plans. Like, y'all,
It'd be like that.
Yeah, I mean, so me and my brother, we're only 16 months apart, so we didn't really go through the divorce. Like when they divorced, he was going to military, I was in college. Like, nigga, we out here. But my little brother, he's 7 years behind me. So he went through the
was
divorce.
in
So
it.
he went to like hella different high schools. He was splitting time, like all that shit. So his feelings about it is way different than ours. We was just like, well, this is inconvenient. Where he was like, his world changed. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
How old was he again?
he was at the time, he probably was
You were around
like
13,
like
12?
12, 11.
Because that's more pivotal because it's like you're
Right.
not necessarily making your own money. Like you're seeing real.
and
shit.
he's just getting dragged. 'Cause
Yeah.
they never went to court. One thing, they never went to court. They never had ugly, like none of that shit. They just, who do you want to live with? You know,
I see.
none of that dumb shit. You know what I'm saying?
Did they remarry or?
They're both remarried now. And then my dad, so I have a brother who's 12. So it's like, yeah, shit.
So y'all, that's not
So,
far off.
I have a
Keon,
well, but the 12-year-old is
wait a
him.
second.
I'm
You
not that.
have a bigger disparity than.
Oh yeah, I have a
I-
12-year-old brother. And so like, but I knew it was coming because of my dad. I'm in college and my dad's getting married. He tells me the girl age. I'm like, nigga, you're gonna have another baby. And he's like, no, I'm not. We're like, bro,
No.
you're
Yeah.
gonna have another baby.
Yeah.
No, I'm done with this. Here comes a baby. And we're like, duh. Like,
Well, how did
That's
he come?
wild.
How did he come to you and tell you that?
he said, hey, she's
you got a
pregnant. I
little
was like,
brother on the way.
I know. Like, what did you think was gonna
This
happen?
is a random question, but I'm thinking about being old and having younger kids. Would you ever consider, as you get older, a vasectomy?
What do you mean consider?
He always talks about that on
I
Instagram.
had my appointment already,
Yeah.
Really?
and the doctor didn't show up. Nigga quit. Like, it
Wait,
was,
are you serious?
Yes.
He was busy fucking.
It was mid pandemic. I call, I go get my physical, I can do all that shit. I go in,
Yeah.
and there was a sign on the door. It was like, he's not here. And so I call, and I'm like, I finally get in touch with him. Mind you, when I looked this doctor up,
Yeah.
all the reviews is like, he does great work, but they have horrible bedside manner, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I don't need you to be nice to me. You're cutting my balls. I don't need you to be like, oh, look at these balls. These are-
How you
I don't give a
doing,
fuck.
Keon? Yeah.
Just do a good job.
Yeah.
I don't need a nice guy.
Yeah.
You know.
You don't need a drink and a gift. Yeah. All right. Before we.
But they weren't fucking around. Like, they were that rude. So I finally get in
Yeah.
touch with them. I'm like, hey, I had an appointment with you guys. Y'all didn't call me to tell me that. She was like, oh, yeah, he quit. He don't do that no more. And I was just like,
You don't do that no more.
Nobody.
He had one bad sectomy and like was like,
Said, I'm
So
fucking done.
I just called recently. They're gonna give me a new urologist, and then I got to go in for my consultation. And take,
you're not
they
scared
can
of
take
that
the
shit?
balls
Yeah,
too.
that's kind of
I don't
terrifying.
even want the balls. Like they
Wait,
can
so
take
what?
the balls.
Whoa,
Are you
I don't
gonna
know.
wait? Are you gonna get like the fake ones?
No, they're not taking the balls. But I'm saying if they wanted to, they can have them. I don't.
Because they do that with dogs,
Yeah.
They have like you
They
can
put
get your
the
dog neutered. You can put
but mine can look like mud.
Oh, I didn't know
you
that.
just get like bean bags in there or some shit.
I don't need the balls, honestly. Like I don't care if I had a penis and mud flaps. Like I don't give a fuck. Like I don't need
Like on the back of a truck.
Yeah, this mud flap sack. Like,
I
don't-
honestly don't know what I would do if I,
I
came
don't
across
care.
that.
like if somebody if you know, and they didn't tell you. They didn't tell you that they were getting mud flaps.
Yeah.
I'm concerned. I'm asking questions.
Niggas are falling back here.
It's okay.
Yeah, I don't need these balls. I don't need them. But yeah, I'm like, I don't want no more kids.
Got you.
So I'm like, take these. We're good.
Stress free.
You're
And
not
I'm
scared,
gonna
bro?
ask
You're not
a
scared at
girl-
all?
No, because I have so many friends who did it. Like so many friends. My brother did it. My friends, like they're like, oh nigga, you go in there, you in and
So
out.
like you can
Boom.
still bust and everything. Like
Yeah, all it is just no semen. You still busting. It's just it's carefree busting.
wait, I'm so
What we
confused.
all
Does something
want.
still come out?
I
Yes,
thought when
all the
you get a-
fluid, everything comes out. It's just
I
no
need to
sperm
open
in
books
it.
again, because like
Wait, okay. I'm learning right now.
So it's like
I'm like,
it's literally
did I
just
miss
shooting
this in
blanks. You
health
know, you shoot a
class?
fake gun,
Oh,
yes.
and there's no gunpowder, and that's
so
what
you
it
have the
is.
sensation. There's just
Sensation,
no.
you shooting and everything, and just no way you get pregnant.
And it does
How
it
does that
lower
look?
like your testosterone
No.
levels or anything like that? No?
You just literally snipping off the part
So
where the
why
sperm
would
comes
never
from.
man do that? I'm confused.
Because dudes have condition like you ain't touching my ball, nigga. Take these. I don't give a fuck.
That's bitch behavior.
I don't
All
know. No,
right.
but it hurt. The balls
why
are
would
such
I
a
ask-
sensitive region that, like, even thinking about a ball operation, like, I'll get
Why
a
would I
surgery on
ask
my
a
eye
woman
before
to
I
get her tooth? That's way more
Tooth
invasive
tied.
surgery.
That's what I'm saying.
Women in general, what we have to
vasectomy-
deal with.
When a vasectomy is reversible too. Let's say I change my mind down the line. Well, they just untie it, nigga, and then I'm back to shooting again. Like,
Logic. Thank you.
But your pullout game must be terrible.
oh, my pull game's fantastic.
It is fantastic.
Because we were going raw for 4 years, and then she was like, "Stop pulling out." We had our 2 kids, and then we was like, "We don't want no more kids." I've been going raw for 5 years, no baby still. My
Congratulations.
pullout is amazing.
Congratulations.
Pullout's amazing.
We gotta clap it up.
Pullout's
We're
amazing.
very happy
Clap
for
it up for
you.
a 5-year pullout game. That shit is.
Really good.
That's yeah.
Really good.
That deserves a salute.
had our- we had our-
They
we had
don't
our
talk
babies on
about
purpose.
that enough. They don't
They
talk
don't.
about that enough.
They
You
don't.
know, like they need a goddamn ceremony for like.
They do. That's a high
like a Guinness
percentage.
World Record. The niggas pulled out. He's been able to
Oh,
pull
yeah.
out for the last 25 years. No babies, no record. You feel me?
Like we
that's-
had our babies on purpose. Like,
Yeah.
And then when I decided we don't want no more babies, I was out of there. And we ain't have, she ain't been pregnant. But I'm getting this just because I'm tired of pulling out. I mean, shooting the club up is fun, man. It feels
There's a
great.
thrill. There's a certain
Shoot to the
thrill.
club.
It's different. It hit different. When she says come inside me, that hits way
It
different.
does. It does. It does.
Then you be like,
You actually come here, wave. You fucking Super Saiyan when they say that.
Now, granted, you're not supposed to be doing that all the time. You fucking up they pH balance.
Thank
You're not
you.
supposed to be doing that all the
And
time.
let's be
guys.
honest, you
Yes.
can't always find an open CVS at that time for that Plan B.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, 'cause like every time you do that, that's $53.
Right.
That's
Every once in a
53.
while,
That's $53.58. I mean, I've heard.
Motherfucker got CVS
This
points.
man got a subscription.
I don't even have to buy it with cash. I'm like, can I use my
Hey, friend.
let me use my CVS points? Oh yeah, another. We already know Plan B for Plan Brandon Broady. All right, get it.
they're like the usual.
Yeah, the usual. Yeah, and some Sour Patch Kids.
You guys want to know something funny? What? I'm literally the Plan B bitch. Like I filmed a commercial for Plan B that's been running for like the last 2.5 years.
Nice.
So
Nice.
it's my face all over Plan B.
You're Plan bitch.
I'm the Plan B bitch. Plan bitch. Don't play yourself.
So-
I got you. Okay.
So when dudes meet you, they're like, "So we going wrong?"
No.
I assume,
I know you got that on.
I know you
Yeah.
have like a lifetime supply.
Come here, you got it on deck,
literally
right?
have none.
You go through her condom drawer, it's just Plan B stacked. Like I got the strawberry flavor, I got the this grape.
Just know we good.
Like
Okay.
they meet her and they're like, they pull out the condom, like, wait, I know you. Just put it back in their pocket. Like,
We
it's gonna be a
good,
good night tonight.
On the contrary, I have no subscription. I have no Plan Bs on me. Okay.
Did you know that you were going in for? Sorry. Did you know you were going in for Plan B, like
Yeah.
for the commercial?
Yeah.
What was that interview process like?
Well, it's just a regular audition. They give you a script
Okay.
and they expect you to shine, but it's one of those things like it's Plan B, but it's fucking Plan B. Like the rate, it don't really matter.
So they show women riding bikes again and like playing tennis.
Basically,
Badminton
it was a lot like a tampon
Right.
commercial. I was shopping in a nice
After I
purple
aborted my
aisle. It was
child,
cute.
I can get right back to badminton.
They do. They always make it all light and flirty, but it was supposed to be like, you know, it's supposed to be encouraging. You know, it's not.
Yeah.
You know, it's not.
They should make those commercials like more like realistic.
What's
Like,
realistic?
Instead of like shopping, she should have like been in her head like, oh, I can't have this nigga baby. Like I can't.
Then ding,
Like
I
they
know
should
what
have
I'll
the
do.
stressed out girl. Like,
You gotta
oh,
show the
this shit
sheets,
right
the
Calling her
sheets,
friends.
the
Yeah.
sheets coming off their head, and then them looking at each other. Then you just see a nigga grouchy at a CVS late at night, and then look at like Plan B.
because
We
people
got
be
you.
fucking up. Like that's it. Like,
This nigga's
like Plan B.
Plan
Because
B,
sometimes
if you
get
would like
lost in
to
the sauce.
sponsor the
Like,
podcast, let us know.
That's it. That's what it should be like. Plan B. Because sometimes we be tripping. Like,
Plan B, because whoops. You know what I'm saying?
Plan B.
Yo,
Because
these
that
are
raw
way better
feels
commercials.
amazing. Like, and it does.
Way better commercials. That's
good.
Yeah.
Plan B. Because in the moment she said don't take it out, and I did. And that's why you
Plan
thought
B,
it
because
through.
your credit's bad.
Commercials should be
Because
realistic.
she got
man.
that thong.
Yeah.
I remember my first Plan B experience. Like
Yeah.
it was. I mean, it was with my current wife, but at the time, she was just some girl I was fucking, and I was like,
Shit's good. Ain't that crazy? She went from a girl you
Bro.
fucking to your wife, to the
my-
mother of
to
your
my
children.
He said, my bad, babe. My bad.
so like that's how
It
it
is.
started off. Is like I just seen her. I was like, she fine. I would like to enter her.
Yeah.
And then so we was doing that.
That's how it goes.
So one time, like we smashed. We were being safe. We were doing what we were supposed to be doing. And then like all of a
Nerds.
sudden I was just like, wow, this all of a sudden feels really, really good. Right? Finish everything.
Oh,
pull
drink
it out. It broke. I didn't know. I never had one break before.
Yeah, the LeBron
So I
headband.
broke. I'm like, yo, you got any? She was like, no, I don't just have that shit on me. I was like, well, ask your friends if they have an extra one. You know what I mean? And she was like, no. So I called my friends.
Yeah.
And these hoes was like, yep. And they brought it to my house. And they was like,
Wow,
make sure
real
she take it.
ones.
Oh, I have friends. And they was like, make sure she take
Real
it. too.
question: did you watch her take
Yes. And she was so offended. She was so offended.
So I had a friend recently, bro. I'm not gonna say his name, but this nigga literally called me. He threw some skeet up in the club. You know what I'm saying? And he told me, and he was like, "Yeah, I need to get her Plan B. You think I should get Plan B?" I was like, "Yeah, nigga. Unless that you really like, you know how this works? Like, and this is a high profile motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
And so he
I know what you're
literally
talking about now.
he."
Is this story just floating around?
This nigga literally DoorDashed. Or no, he Postmated Plan B to the girl, bro. I've never heard that shit in my life.
I didn't know you could do that.
You can Postmates Plan B now. So I was like, how do you know she took it? And I was like, well, I'll know in 9 months. I was like,
oh, hell no. I
but
watched
the
her take
fact
it.
that you can Postmates
That's crazy,
Plan
though.
B is amazing.
Yeah, but I understand.
Admiring.
I kind of don't understand why one would be offended. Like, we both don't want this baby. Like, why are you?
Yeah.
And we don't know each other like that. Like,
Yeah.
why are you?
I wouldn't be offended. I'd be
why are you
forgetting.
mad?
Make
But
sure I
she
take
was,
that
She was
shit.
just kind of like, I don't want this baby. Like, I think she was more offended that I thought she wanted my baby. I mean, like, nigga, who are you? You know what I mean? Like, granted, we have two now, but
It worked out.
you know what I mean. But like at that time, she was like, you don't have to watch me do this. I was like, well, you know, I gotta.
And bitches be crazy.
You know, so but like, yeah, it was worked
Well,
out fine.
have you ever
but then
had a-
this would happen after that experience. We was like, so we've already gone raw. So
Oh, so it opened up new levels.
from there, we just went raw for the
Look at God. Won't he do
most
it?
irresponsible shit.
Won't he do
We're
it?
like the logic. that went 1, 2, 5. That
This
does
is
not make
so
sense.
dumb.
He
'Cause
got
this
questions.
is our logic. Our logic was
Uh,
we were using condoms for pregnancy purposes, but for STD purposes.
okay.
And so once we did the raw and we got tested, we were like, well, we don't have anything.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Wee.
So we were just like,
Literally, yeah.
yeah, and my pull-out game was on point
Yeah.
until the day she was like, baby.
That's a
I'm
lot
like,
of
all right,
trust.
cool.
That's a lot of trust.
Oh yeah, we were stupid. We were very, very stupid.
But can you imagine? Like, I mean, it's just funny that like we even have these kind of conversations. Like, niggas, like the way sex even was set up. Like, you go back, motherfuckers were literally just like throwing dick in raw. Like, no one was even considering. Like, that's what it was, you know. And I don't know if that means there's more people in the world, or the pullout games were better back in the day, or if they just didn't know how babies were made. But like, it's crazy to even think that like there was a time that like. If you wanted to smash, like
That was it.
that was it, yo.
was it.
Like you might have
I know you
smashed.
think people? No, they weren't pulling out because everybody had like 12 brothers and sisters. They
Facts.
definitely were
No,
pulling out.
literally.
Well, it
Yeah.
was easier to have separate families back then too. 'Cause,
Yeah, facts.
no social media.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
I guess. That's
So
true.
you can have a family in Louisiana.
You can have a son in Argentina.
Exactly. That's what
Like,
I'm saying. How would they
Nobody
know?
gonna know.
How would they know?
Like I know
They'll
everybody
never
who's
know.
in the
They'll
military.
never know.
know.
How they go? They'll never
Everybody
know.
in the military back in the day definitely has kids all over the place.
For sure.
It definitely does.
And they don't
It's
even
just
care.
no
They don't
way.
even know.
This is your brother Xing Chao.
Sheen Shao Jackson.
One for every tour.
How does that conversation with the testing go in relationships? Do you feel like that's a sit-down conversation before?
Like STD testing?
Yeah.
In relationships? First of all, if you're a mature adult, we should be getting
most
tested.
people aren't
You should just
mature.
I'm
do
just
it
saying,
private.
like, we should be getting tested. We should be being safe. Like, obviously, we don't sometimes, but like, I've never been offended ever if a girl's like, let me see your paperwork. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, when I got my paperwork after that thing, I put it on my wall.
It's like
No bullshit.
like a goal sheet.
Like a fucking diploma, like a sex
He
diploma.
puts it on the ceiling so when he's going missionary, they can just see that shit, you know?
I put it
He
on
like,
my wall.
yeah, we good, girl.
And when chicks
We
walked
good.
in, they was like, "This you?" I was like, "Nigga."
Hey, you see it on stage?
Yes.
A badge of honor.
I'm like, nigga, like a diploma.
Truthfully,
like,
though, I mean,
I'm about this
run
raw.
that shit,
Like,
yeah.
I'm clean.
That's so.
And you can see today's date, right?
Right. Yeah. And then, but then, once it was me and her, and I was like, I'm clean, you clean, like, nigga. What we doing? Like,
Yeah.
and then I don't think I got tested again until we did our life insurance policy, because they want to know if you got AIDS, if you're dying. And then when she got pregnant, the women have to go through so many tests, you know what I mean? So they test you for everything.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I was like, you clean, I'm clean. I did that shit. You clean, I'm clean.
Yeah.
And then we did the blood work was all fine. I was like, so I ain't got shit, nigga. And that was
girl-
years ago. Like, I'm like, if I had something, it would have flared up by now. Like,
Dude, this
I've been
girl
with her
called
10
me.
years, nigga. You know what I mean?
Well,
Shit.
I had this girl call me that I was having unprotected sex. That's how you make it sound dramatic. Unprotected sex with, and she called me and she was like, "Hey, Broady, so I just wanted you to know, like,
not that call.
Hey, how are you doing, first of all?" And I was like,
No. Get to the point.
hey,
It's fine.
I'm okay. How are you doing? No, calls me up and she's like, "Yeah, so I just wanted to let you know, like, I went to the doctor. Now my heart is beating.
Appreciate y'all.
I'm like,
Thank you so
Kev
much.
tapping in.
Wait, hold on.
okay, I'm hopping in.
Thank you, Keon.
My heart is beating.
Keon, before you leave, where can they find you on social media?
www.keonpolee.com. Literally all my social. Keon Polee. I'm the only Keon Polee in the world. So
In the
Only
world,
one.
y'all.
In the
In the world.
Polee. You can find me on everything.
Amazing.
Except for that one stripper called Keon of the Pole. You know?
Have a great show.
And coming to the table, we got Kevin Tate.
Yeah, Kev
Big
Tate
Kev.
actually has
What's
heard
up?
this on stage. Like, you're coming in, right? Actually, it's fun. This is so ironic. There's this girl called me and she told me that, like,
Talking
she's like,
about,
"Bro,
STD test."
Yo, she we did that. So you heard
Where the
it.
cameras at?
Yeah, right there, right there. That's yeah. But she called me up, told me that she had some chlamydia or something like that, and she's like, I've been with you, but she's like, I also was in Jamaica, and in my mind, I'm like, oh yeah, you definitely got that shit in Jamaica.
Yeah.
That shit. I was like, nah, nigga, that wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? So just sight unseen, I was too scared to get tested. I just went straight to the clinic, and it was like, yo, just give me the motherfucking antibiotics. I don't even
Just
want
in
to
case.
know if I have it. Just give me. Yeah, I was like, it was like, I got one in a possible right now. So like. Just give me the sauce right now. Give me the juices.
No, 100%.
But like that was the craziest shit
No.
because it's like that's a scary ass call. And like granted, like I was glad that even in that realm she said chlamydia, that it could like
And it wasn't like
see how you whisper that shit? Niggas are scared to even whisper
Motherfuckers
it.
still out here catching crabs and shit. And
no,
I'm like,
no.
what in the Lisa Bonet? How is you catching crabs? How is you catching crabs? Who walking around with scabies in 2022? Like, I got to shave everything. I shaved my eyebrows off.
How'd your set go?
It went well, man.
Yeah.
No, it went well, man. Listen, let me tell you
Can we
something.
bring his audio up?
Yo, listen, let me tell you something, man. It's BET weekend. You know, Chocolate Sundays already got a vibe of its own.
Yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
already smacking. But then you mix in BET, the vibes. We got Broady in the building with the
Broady in the
sweater,
building.
chain tuck, on some fly shit at all times. Right? It's cracking. And so I just think it's good to be here. It's good to be seen. It's a good night to be out.
Yeah,
Love that.
It's good, man. Yeah, it's like black people taking over LA weekend, yo. That
No,
come on.
it's
Did you guys?
We out.
Did you see Summer Walker's outfit?
Yeah, she had her titties out with the gold, with the fucking Sacagawea dollars over her.
I don't know who Summer Walker is.
She had
I'ma
she
pull it
had
out. She's a
golden
singer.
dollars over
It's a
her
lot of
tits.
baggy
Yeah,
chains
right?
going on. It's a lot of
Yo,
baggy chains.
And she pregnant with her second baby too, so she
And
just
she got a baby bump.
Yep.
Like.
Yep.
I'm gonna
this
pull it up
she
right
out
now
here.
for you, Kev.
I'm like, man.
happened?
Somebody.
Oh yeah,
really
Chelsea.
loved me.
That's our
Oh,
girl
that's
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Shout out to you, Chelsea.
Happy birthday, Chelsea.
Woo woo! She
Yes.
got you.
So, you know what? It's good to be here on the Sunday night. If you don't know shit, now you know. What we talking about, man?
We're just talking, man. We're
Usually
just
I don't
hanging
get a
out.
No, because usually I don't get a chance to see Broady up on this motherfucker. We don't get the mics and the headphones.
Yeah.
You
You
got
know,
it all.
Right,
We got the full package today.
No, we was
Let me
jumping
tell you,
through a lot
motherfuckers
of-
out there lying like a motherfucker at the front door. Motherfuckers out there lying like, man, I know the motherfucking podcast. I'm here for the podcast.
Stop.
Motherfuckers is dropping the podcast.
Oh, they
man.
dropping the podcast now. I'm here for Sunday Scoop. I'm here for the
I'm
motherfucker.
here for the motherfucker.
I'm here for the scoop.
lot of
Yeah,
fans
yeah.
I'm here for the
today.
school. I'm
Yeah,
here for
look,
the
come here.
Yes,
Richie
they
Drop the
is.
Sunday
right here.
scoop.
Richie right there. Nigga, that's your
So,
screensaver.
motherfuckers every day. Motherfuckers in there talking about, I'm here to get the goddamn shit out the pool. Somebody shitted in the pool.
Hell
Yeah,
no.
he shit in the pool.
Somebody shitted in the pool. They told the man at the front door. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's always an exciting night to be at Chocolate Sundays. You
Yeah.
got to get your Instagrams together, get your clean shirt. Come on
Got
now.
to. Got to.
I'm just trying to find this Summer Walker
It's right
picture,
here.
man.
I
You
got
got
it.
it?
I got it.
Okay.
You slow.
There it is. My bad.
Her titties are summering. Yep.
So are y'all yeah or nay? So I know where I'm coming.
You know, it's interesting that she's pregnant and still has abs on the
Let me see
outside.
it
Like,
again. She's pregnant. I want to look again.
like the baby's strong inside.
Are they real titties?
Nah, hell no. Those
But
Hell no.
they're also pregnant titties, so
Oh, well,
No,
we
let's
can't
just
be
zoom
mad at
in
pregnant
real
titties.
quick.
They got
No, look at
pregnant
that.
titties
Come
got to be
on.
held accountable.
No, those are not real. You can see the
think-
line
yeah, I
right
think-
there.
I think
You
the
see
line-
the
yeah,
dark
I think they're
line.
fake.
Yep,
I think
yep.
they're fake. They're definitely fake.
And
It
it's
could
this-
work. It's
this
not a bad
perfect
job.
bulge on the side. That's what be giving it away because we got that natural drop. If you just got that perfect round, you know, I got questions.
All right, because
I got
there's such
questions.
thing as side titty.
Good side
If
titty,
you
but this
think
is
Summer
perfect.
Walker's titties are fake, drop that in the chat.
Let us know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let us
because
know
you got the
at
hat.
home.
We need to
Are
know.
they real or are they fake?
I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna just chill. I'm just gonna chill. Because you got to.
All right.
She like everybody titties fake and shit. She got a nice C cup for y'all that can't see and looking respectfully, man. It's the C cups that be calling all the D cups fake. And in most cases, they be right. I don't fuck with nothing fake. I
Just
ain't
wishing they
fucking-
D's.
Yeah, I ain't fuck with nothing fake. Good night to Brandon Broady with the Long Island and the Hennessy. Good night.
You going for it, bro.
Actually, I asked for a tequila soda, and I don't know what this is.
That's a long boy.
Wait, what is this? What? A tequila what?
Oh, it looks like reposado and soda.
Oh, it's
Oh, this tequila
reposado.
soda. Oh, it's
Yeah.
reposado. Let me check right now.
There
We'll
we
find
go. A
out.
little taste test.
No, that's like a. That's some kind of. That's like a. That's. I
That's
think they clean
Nigga
that off the
disoriented,
motherfucking-
like that's a.
I think that's someone
So
else's
dig, so
drink.
they so did this. So this some shit I heard. So this is some
Huh.
shit. though. This some shit I
Thank you,
heard on-
Chelsea.
This some shit I heard on my motherfucking Facebook today.
Uh-huh.
That a motherfucker they done changed the law to where women can't go and get their, you know what I mean, abortions. This is on my Facebook. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We were
But my
talking
thing
about.
is, it actually changes the game for fellas, right? So we know it changed the game for women for sure. But it changed the game for women because it's like, for men because it's like, yo, you don't get the point to use the same idea and say, oh, you know, you can't just, who you have a baby with is up to you. You have a choice to say whether I want to have it. You knew he was a deadbeat motherfucker. You knew he was a first one-night stand. And then you go and still have a baby by him? Well, that helps the men in that conversation in a sense when you talk about accountability. But now, shit, I can't go. They won't let me go. It ain't no clinics. It ain't no YMCA.
You can't even tell him like, hey, I need some.
So now, I think the accountability really falls into a man lap because we shoot babies.
Yeah.
Women can hang out all day as an oven. You can put anything you want to put in that motherfucker. You can put a plastic pie or you can put a plastic meatloaf.
Right.
But other than
meatloaf.
that, whatever. Y'all gonna judge me? Y'all gonna free me
Right.
judge me? I'm unaccountable for my shit. I'm about to start calling unaccountable and start doing shit. But I'm telling you, it changed the game because men, You have to understand it now. You have to strap up, bro.
You literally have to.
You just have to, dog, because you could be a dick. Because it's always, I just think it has been a double standard, and I've always represented double standard. You know, you don't have to do it.
It's going to be interesting because right now it's like this summer, you know, everyone's making jokes, hot girl summer, hot, you know what I mean? Like everyone likes to just get their single on in the summer. And it's like you're going to have a lot of motherfucking babies 9 months out from, so I don't know what that was going to be, like March or something like that, you know? You're going to see a lot of people.
And I'm not okay with it. And I'm not okay with it. I think that's some bullshit, and I actually feel for the ladies when maybe I didn't. When I thought that the law was like unattainable, it'll never happen. But now that it happened, I'm like,
when I saw that, I didn't know. I was like, wait, what? They could overturn.
Yes, absolutely.
That I thought that was just fixed, kind of in the Constitution or wherever.
But even the medical side effects of it are like it's scary and
it's
sad
very
for
dangerous.
the women. You know,
can die. There's so many types of bad pregnancies that you have to physically get it aborted to save your own life.
Like, no disrespect, but niggas are in this because they want to keep getting pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, no, because I feel like
because they don't want girls to be like, look, I could die from if I
because they're gonna flip it like either way. I could die or anything. There's an unaccountability clause.
Oh my God.
There's still an
Kamari thoughts. Let's get Kamari's thoughts.
I'm just like the day I can't.
Well, we're not gonna
the day I die.
Now women are really taking a risk. Like, nigga, I could die from your dick.
No, literally, and it's just like it's for me. It's like. It's all the men that voted against it. You know how many times bitches got abortions from y'all? Bitches got Plan B
it's a us
for
thing?
y'all? No, I'm just saying, like, it's men who voted against it. Men overturned it. And it's like, how many of y'all literally got away with something because your girl got an abortion because she took a Plan B?
What do you mean by get away?
Like,
I want you to
like,
unpack that a little more.
I think she means, like,
you
got
knew
out
you
of
didn't
it.
have a condom on 2 strokes in. So, or nay.
Nay. I mean, wait. What'd you say?
You knew he didn't have a condom on 2 strokes in. It didn't take you to him to nut in you to say, this is the chocolate Sundaes, right?
Yes.
It didn't take for him to nut in you to know he didn't have a condom on.
Well, no, but I mean, I feel like if we're going in both raw, we have a mutual agreement before. So
which is pull out.
Yes, absolutely.
No, but now we're playing with fire because you expect him to be perfect when he's enjoying you. Now, when it happens, you want to say, hey, you know what? You did this to me. No, baby, I love you. I'm attracted to you. I'm
always,
so
not
I can't even
necessarily.
fucking listen to you on the phone without nothing. So, let alone be in you. Y'all want? Should I pipe it down, or do we want to talk real talk? And that's the thing,
Real talk.
I think that when it comes to that, I think women have to be accountable too. You know he ain't had one on. You trusted him, and it didn't work, basically. And so what happens is that now you're like, oh, shit. But now that it's not even there anymore. Now that option, so you have to be like, yo, you ain't got one on. You can't do it. You can't leave it.
It's tough.
It changes the game for everything. It really does.
No,
it is a mutual agreement. I will agree with you.
Well,
like,
do
it's
we
not
still,
all the man, it's not all the woman.
Do you think more women will get birth control?
I see what you're saying.
IUDs, you know what I mean?
Yes,
That's a good
unfortunately,
question, though,
yes,
Broady.
because this is an era where, truthfully, men should be stepping up and saying, okay, I'll get the vasectomy. I'll do that. I'll help even it out.
You was about to make me spit on all his cords.
That's fine. Spit it
Real
out.
men not out here getting vasectomies.
Why not?
Keon
Why not?
Literally.
Y'all, you're willing to let us
Which
go
is
through
his
all
business.
these
He had a
different
consultation
things.
and
Which
shit.
is his business.
He literally had a consultation.
But as if I'm not cutting my
See what you did there.
motherfucking nuts off for nobody.
But you cool with us cutting everything out just so that you could bust a nut and not have a problem?
First of all, I wouldn't touch it without a condom if I'm not married to you.
Okay.
I don't play the unprotected sex game.
Well, you different.
Right? I'm sure. But at the same time, I just feel like when you do that, there's accountability on both ends. People seem to want to point the fingers. Both the man want to say, oh, you going to have the baby, bitch. You don't give a fuck. And the woman going to say, you know you ain't have a condom. Well, you did too. And I think there's a level of accountability that kind of get lost in the sauce. I could be right. I'm going to back off. I could be right. I'm going to back off. I could be right. And that's trademark, too, for everybody that's listening to the Chocolate Sunday. That's the name of my podcast, the I Could Be Right podcast. Yeah. Make sure y'all tap in. That's real talk of this shit.
Tap in. That's the name of my podcast right there. Tap in. So make sure y'all listen to the Tap In.
Y'all just gonna plug your own podcast on the podcast.
This is the Sunday Scoop. Just so we're not confused.
Yes. Awesome. Who else was on like the set today?
You know what? Tonight,
Who's
man,
on the lineup?
You know, I'm not even that good with paying attention to the lineup because this right now is Tony Rock show. We did have Brett Riley on the show.
I was on the show.
We had
You were?
Takar.
I was just on the last show, yeah.
Oh, good shit.
Brandon Broady was on the last show.
Nice.
Y'all work hard up here. Y'all don't even know who on the
Man,
show. Y'all,
yeah.
Plugging
y'all
shit
pull
in.
up for the plug. But no, absolutely, it's been dope. I'm sure it's gonna be a lot of dope comments on this second show. Shout out to my dog Tony Rock. Happy birthday and shit.
Yeah, happy birthday,
Yo, it's
Tony,
the Chocolate
man.
Sundays, man. If you ain't here, you ain't nowhere.
That's
That's
facts.
a fact. It's the only place to be.
And I feel like this is a good question to ask you. Like, what does Chocolate Sundaes mean to you? Because I know you have a long history with the brand and with the team. Like,
Absolutely.
I just want to hear.
Well, you know what? For me, man, I feel like for me, Chocolate Sundays is one of the last standing rooms where, you know, black comics are featured for the most part. I think that it's very important. For me, it's been more somewhat of a home. So it means a lot from a loyalty standpoint, being able to come here and talk, tell jokes in front of the same people, hosting for a little while, growing a lot of my material in here. So big deal for Hollywood, big deal for Sunset Strip.
Yeah. Do you like hosting more than like doing your set, being in the lineup?
You know, I enjoy
Because you're a great
stage.
host. I've watched you host and fucking kill it.
Yeah,
Amazing.
no, I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
You know, I love hosting, but I love the stage. One thing about hosting is fun is that you get to try a lot of new shit and play with shit and throw shit around. That's always fun on a stage like this. I think when it comes to being a feature on the show, I look at that as go time. I look at that as game time. I block out everybody. I block out the people in the crowd. I block out my friends, my family, other comedians. I go up there and do. Somebody ain't never seen Kevin Tate before, and because this is such a central place, you got tours. So I do me. I don't play with this stage. I've never taken as many opportunities as I get here. I never take it for granted. So yeah, I really appreciate it.
Love it.
Yeah, I think for me, Chocolate Sundaes, man, it's like similar to what he's saying, but it's like it's rooted in a style of comedy that no other venue is able to encapsulate the way that this does. You know, like the way this night. I mean, it's a style. There's a DJ. Everyone in here is going to be animated. You're not just seeing a person just standing in front of a microphone. You're seeing a person saying their joke, but then acting out. They might even have music in their joke. You're going to see this style. Like, if you want to come see, like, there's different styles of comedy. Everyone knows that.
Yeah,
If
sure.
you want to come and see an animated style where you have comedians that are giving you complete energy and they're also requiring your energy right back, this is the place to be.
Can't beat it, man. Hottest show in the country. You can't beat Chocolate Sundaes. You can't beat Chocolate Sundaes, and you can't beat Chocolate Sundaes.
Yeah.
From the energy, exactly what Broady was saying, the way it's set up, that people come to laugh, good environment. It's a factory of laughs.
Yeah.
You done been around in New York. You done been to Texas, Florida, Miami. All these places got amazing rooms. Even LA has amazing. Something about the Laugh Factory that's electric and it's flammable.
And even more importantly, it's on about Laugh Factory on Chocolate Sundaes.
No, Chocolate Sundaes, 100%.
Yeah.
Chocolate
Yeah.
Sundaes, 100%.
It's just like, and it's like people know when you on that stage at Chocolate, like whoever's on that stage for the most at Chocolate Sundaes, if they in the main lineup, I can't speak for all the first impression spots all the times. But when
But it's the same people. The energy's still there.
If you
the
rip
energy,
it, if you rip it, it's first.
but like you might bomb, but they'll tell you,
shit.
they'll let everyone know, like, hey, we don't know who that motherfucker was.
Yeah.
But like you know for a fact, everyone you see in that main lineup is gonna be ripping. Like it's just guaranteed.
Yo,
Guaranteed good
You was
time.
funny as shit today. Talking about a lot of the shit that you was talking about. You just a funny dude. I fuck with you. You never know, man. You say a lot of ill shit. I done forgot because we lied.
No,
But I really was fucking with y'all. This motherfucker stupid, man. Broady might talk about anything, man, but that's my brother, man. Funny.
yeah, I talk
ass dude.
about. What did I say?
Motherfucker.
Oh, I came in. The first thing I said was just like I do Chocolate Sundaes. I'm like, not so chocolatey
Yeah.
anymore. Looking at all the white
Of
people,
course.
and I said this BET weekend. I said these niggas out here need to return their cars before the clock strikes 12. Cause
Oh,
they gonna
yeah,
turn
you
right
was
back into
vibing.
pumpkins. You know, because
Yeah.
all their Lambos gonna turn back into pumpkins.
Turn your slip in. It
That's
was
a
wild.
fact.
It was
Yeah.
mad racist, but it was funny
Yeah.
as shit.
Did
But,
y'all?
but it was fun. But go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, did BET weekend? Did y'all hit any parties? Did we go?
I had a
Did we go
couple.
out?
Yeah, I had a couple.
Which one did you hit?
I went to Find Your Friends joint, and then what else? I went to Soho House too.
Was that the Eric Bellinger party?
No.
Okay.
No, but now you're making me feel some type of way.
No.
I didn't go to that.
No, because it got shut down.
Party.
That's what, because like people were trying to go upstairs to like the rest of Soho House, and they were like, no, niggas, like y'all are in this section.
Oh, no.
You know what I mean?
So I was at the Soho Warehouse downtown.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I ain't party too much. I was actually in Bakersfield last night. I had a show in Bakersfield.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
So I made it back today. You know what, man? I've been out here for 15 years, 16 years now, man. Like, I went out 07. The numbers could be wrong, but I moved out here in 07, and man, I've been doing that shit. So it's good to be at them. I fuck with it. I ain't do too much though.
But we've been doing it. You know what I'm saying?
We've been doing
It's
it for a long time.
like
Right.
you
At
can't.
a
It's
certain point, you
overwhelming. You
gotta
can't
tap
hit
out.
everything. Like
Right.
it's like I look for the shit that's like. It's a personal invite. They got a gifting suite. Like it's like, or I'm
You got
hosting,
to
or
do
you're a
that.
part of it. You know,
Yeah.
And I
Like,
want to be a
Yes.
part of it too. I don't search it, but I'm down with it.
I'm down. I
Personal
treat this because
invite.
you're going up tonight, right?
Yeah, I just went up.
He
Oh,
just
you
went
just
up.
went up.
Yeah.
So like I treat this as like this is like
Yeah.
a part of the BET weekend.
just-
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Facts.
Yeah.
You're that guy.
Yeah.
You performing.
I perform in on Chocolate
BET
Sundays BET weekend.
Facts.
Like that's
Facts.
Playing.
exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I like to this is how I look at
No,
it.
this is where it's at.
feel that,
And you're getting
yeah.
the work in.
Right.
Did you hit any parties?
I did. I had a whole BET weekend planned, and I ended that shit on Thursday. It was the most LA shit I have been a part of in years. I went to the Tao all-white party. Every bitch in LA did.
Oh, yeah, Tao,
okay?
yeah.
Everyone did. When I tell you, I was moving in the crowd like a festival at Coachella. We were all one giant wave. Like everybody was
Yeah.
swaying, people were falling. I was like, I'm fucking out. I am
can't
out.
do it.
It was for Travis Scott, so bitches didn't know how to act. Nobody knew how to act. Like everybody knew somebody, but nobody actually knew anybody.
Was it?
It was
Right.
bad. It was,
What you say?
it was
No, I was
bad.
gonna ask like how should they act? It's BET weekend.
I mean, with some common sense, like people literally were just like it was their first time outside, like since the pandemic, since anything.
Well, yeah,
like
but
I'd rather go to a
BET
kickback,
weekend,
that's
honestly.
what I'm saying.
Right, because
Yeah.
this is the first time that people can afford a lot of shit to actually show up to a party for
Right.
BET
You turn
weekend.
Kevin's
It
mic
was
up?
it was understood, and I really I didn't even get mad about it. I was just in it, and I was like, "This is really LA. Let me just embrace the
Absolutely.
LA-ness." And like, I got in. It was fine, but it was nuts
What spot was it?
at Tao.
Oh,
And,
Tao, that's right, yeah.
Crazy,
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
crazy. But I canceled the rest of my weekend.
Yeah,
so.
it's over the top, man.
It's too much. Too much.
And I used to work it from a lot of angles. Like I used to do radio. So when I first moved out here,
Really?
I'd be in the radio room. Like I'd be working with the radio people and all that. Then
Yeah.
just kind of going to all the different events. Like, oh, we're going to a sneaker event here, getting gift bags. We're going to some other food event here, getting gift bags. So it's like, and then I got to the point where I started hosting actual BT experience things. So like one of the early years of the BT experience, me and Drea hosted. So we went around to all the events, and they made a whole show.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like kind of a little. It was a compilation show. So we literally would hit the different concerts, the different speaking, the seminars, and all that.
Yeah.
And then they put it all together, and we kind of give like little like sound bites and all that about it. So like I've literally been, and I've been to the awards. I've been involved with this experience from every angle, you know, and it's like. It's a great thing. It's much needed, especially for our community. It's a great thing to acknowledge
is.
everybody. I make a lot of jokes about it, but it is an important thing to the city. It brings a lot of money to the city.
Facts.
Everyone feels themselves when this
Yeah.
shit comes around. You can't even go to Denny's because they call it
Yeah.
BET Awards official Denny's night. Like
I was about to say, Fixins downtown is probably lit right now.
downtown.
Downtown.
Have you been to Fixins?
No,
It's like
They
a
always
soul
got something
food
going on.
spot.
Oh, is that right there,
downtown.
LA Live?
At LA Live.
Yeah, that used to be
Fire.
Shaquille's, right?
Oh my
I think
God.
it used to be Shaquille
That's
O'Neal's
what it
restaurant.
was. Yeah.
They
They
just,
tried
I've
to
never
get
been there, but I see it.
Bro,
I
you
don't
should
think-
go. It's
I don't
really-
think-
it's
well, they
really
don't
good.
serve alcohol, so fuck them niggas. I'm kidding. I would love to have some soul food. Shout out to Fixins. I'm just kidding because I want to come get a free Fixin. In case y'all listen to this podcast.
That's
I
good.
love
No,
them.
That's good.
take it back.
That made me think of a question. You were saying you used to work in radio. This is to both of you guys. What was your first job before you decided, like, I'm going to do comedy, like, full time?
Oh shit. Man, well, I was an English teacher, man.
Shut the fuck up. What?
Yeah. So
You was like the
Mr.
cool.
Tate?
You was the cool teacher though. Huh?
Mr. Tate?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mr.
So you had a
Tate.
button-up on?
Yeah,
I
we
can't
was
even-
23,
what?
24, 25.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then I was doing that. Then I ended up getting a job at the motor plants in Detroit, which is a big deal.
Okay.
So I kind of laid off of teaching and hung out in the plants. But I always felt like all my jobs ended bad. I mean, not ended bad, but I just stopped going because I always knew I was going to do something else.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started working in the plants. I even worked for the city, scraping potholes and shit.
Wow.
I've done a lot of little odd jobs, but because I always knew eventually I'm going to go do something else in my own mind. And then one day I got up and said, I'm moving to L.A. I'm going to be a comedian.
From Detroit.
Like, what?
From
You
Detroit?
just going to quit the plant?
Yeah.
$28 an hour to go do what?
Wow.
I said, I just popped out of nowhere. Well, I was a model in Detroit for like a year and a half. A summer, maybe. Right? But that introduced me to the stage. Don't know how much time y'all got for a story, so I'm going to tell it in 17 seconds.
Go.
I was doing this play called Drama in the Shop in Detroit. And because I walked into a store to buy a shirt, the guy that owned the store was like, yo, man. I said, yo, is that you up on this? He said, yeah, man, I model. You should model, too. Hey, I'm doing this joint. I went and tried out. 200 people. They picked me out of some people.
Wow.
I'm modeling. I'm doing shows. This is my first time being on the stage besides basketball. Right? I'm a ball player. So besides that, now I'm doing modeling. And I walked out on the stage and did a show with a guy named A.J. Johnson, rest in peace. They came to Detroit to do a play, Broady, called Drama in the Shop. Yeah. And I was one of the models, Drama in the Hair Shop. And I was one of the models that would come out. Nigga, I did about 200 push-ups backstage. But it was a play. But when all the models would go and chill, I would hang out by the stage because I wanted to know what that was like. And I would watch them rehearse. A.J. Johnson on the play. He like, yeah, man. I said, man, yo, I'm going to move to L.A., man. I'm going to be a comedian. He like, yeah, all right, cool. When you move to Hollywood, fuck with me, man. I said, man, I'm going to come there. And at that time, I did the play. I did it. I was blown away by the reaction. 2-minute part, moved to L.A. and all of that. But I say all that to say it all comes from that, though. Like, plays and shit like that. That's how I got here doing this shit.
Yeah. Real quick, I want to just add to that. I feel like it's always interesting when you walk in your purpose and you kind of step into your purpose. There's like these kind of like clues that are along the way, but you don't really see it until like you're on the other side.
Yes.
And then it's like,
All those
damn.
confirmations.
Like,
Yes.
I've been loving this the entire time, but I just didn't even know that was my thing. Like how you're saying you're at the modeling gig, but you're attracted to the stage.
Performing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I'm in
I
a
think
strip.
that's just amazing.
You
That's
know,
a really cool
I'm
story.
in a strip club in 2000 and 2001. Far from, I didn't start comedy till 2010. I'm in a strip club in Detroit. Me and my cousin, Mike Epps. We at the Brass Key. Mike Epps is in there. Like, he's in there, and I'm like, yo, I'm faded. I walk over to his table like, yo, Mike, what the fuck you still, because it's Monday, what the fuck you still doing in the city? Your show been over. You better get up out of town. I dap him up. He look at me and laugh. He said, man, you funny, man. You funny, bruh. You got that look, bruh.
Wow.
You got that look. Give me your number, man. This 2001. We ain't talking about, I'm like, nigga, you got a pencil in the strip club. I wrote my number down. I gave it to Mike. I gave it to Mike Epps. At the time, I was working in Polee High in Detroit City. And I'm at work. My sister called up to the motherfucking job. She called up to the school, Cooley High School, while I'm in class and says, I need to talk to my brother. My sister 1 year younger than me. She's better than this behavior. She's better than this. And I go to the office. She's like, yo, Mike Epps just called the fucking house. And at the time, we had an answering machine. She said, yeah, he just called and said he was looking for you. He just kept saying, your brother, though, he funny. He got that look. This way back. And I'm like, she's like, I went to go meet him downtown. I don't give a fuck. I said, Sheree. I asked her, met him and gave him up.
She was trying to get the bag.
She done went down there and met him downtown and just spoke to him and shit. Yeah. She was like, but yeah, your brother, this, that, and the other. She was like, and I caught it on the answering machine. The answering machine picked up that conversation between Mike Epps and my sister.
You still have the tape?
No. I played that tape every day. On the little answer machine tapes was that small, and I played it to everybody in the hood every day. I let my tape play till my tape. I let my tape rock till my tape pop.
I love
that bitch popped.
Wow.
And years later, here I am, and I tell Mike Epps that story. I haven't had a chance to really tell him, but like that was. I actually talked to him. I called him, and he answered the phone. He was like, "Yeah, man, yo, man, you funny, man, because I'm ironing in the basement in my mama house, rest in peace." And I'm talking to him on my house phone, and he was like, "Yeah, man, you funny, man. You got that look, man. I'm telling you, ever been to L.A.?" I'm like, "Nah." He was like, "Man, I'm telling you, man, you got to fuck with it." And then he changed his number. I never had his number again, bro. And then life happens, and here, that's my dog.
Yeah.
Right? But you don't fuck up the vibe trying to say, "Yo, motherfucker, back in 2001.
Yeah, you keep it
shout out
gangster
to
now.
story
Like,
time.
I love that.
G-Ro down.
Thank you for sharing that, man.
Very
That was great.
story.
That was
Thank
great.
you.
Yeah, so.
Brody, I want to hear your first job, and then we'll wrap. I don't want to keep you guys too long. I know you got a show to do.
Yeah, so my first, the job that I was doing when I got into stand-up was I worked at McDonald's. All right, I got a job at McDonald's, and I remember because I wanted to work in radio, and I went to sign up for the internship for radio because I was in college at the time, and they told me I was too young to do the internship at WPGC 95.5. That was Washington, D.C.'s biggest station, which is kind of like an equivalent to a Power 106 out here, 97, whatever. And I was too young, and so my parents and my brother started getting on me for like getting a job. I was like, it's not that I don't want to get a job. I just want to do something that fulfills what I want to do, you know? And then I ended up like just going to McDonald's and getting that job, and like I like went up there and they were like, I was like, "Hi, I'd like to apply." They're like, "You speak English?" I was like, "Yeah." They're like, "All right, cool. You can start tomorrow." Like it was that fast. Like that fast, right?
No interview needed.
Yeah. Super fast. Did that job. Boom, boom, boom. Whatever. You know, that was the job I was doing. But the way I actually got into all of it is actually similar to him. So this is prior to me even getting to stand-up. I was doing this McDonald's job. Went back to school. And then that next summer, I got the job at the radio station, and then my homie, rest in peace to him, my boy Gozi Waneri, he signed me and my other homie Alan up for stand-up. I was in my yearbook, my high school yearbook, I got biggest comedian, right, in my yearbook. And prior to that, I did a thing I did a Romeo and Juliet. We had to read Romeo and Juliet in my English class. And we had to reenact the scene. We were able to either act it out in class or film it. My group, we filmed that joint. It was so funny. My teacher said, "Yo, you guys should audition for the play." And at that time, my ignorance, I thought plays were just for losers and gay people. I was like, nah, I can't do that. So 10th grade, we did another joint, The Odyssey, right? I did a scene for my class. My teacher, English teacher again, tells the drama teacher,
"Hey, this is the guy."
Like, yo, they just did a great thing. You should watch this. He watched. I was like, "Yeah, I told Brandon he should audition." Again, I thought this was for losers and people. You know, I was like, this is not my thing. I was playing sports with my friends. I was joning. We wrote. You know, I was like, I can't do a high school play. And so then, my junior year, the girl I was dating, she auditions for the play, and she says, "Yo, you should audition too." And I was like, "All right, I'll audition, but don't tell anybody," type shit.
Pussy
Right?
motherfucker, man.
Hey,
Pussy.
it be pushing you the right kind, pushes you to greatness. You feel me?
I did the play. Not only did I do the audition, I got cast in that joint. I got cast as a pretty nice character, right?
Yeah.
My friends found out, they said, "Oh, we about to roast you. We about to show." These are my friends playing varsity football. I'm a junior. They playing varsity football. They said, "Oh, we're going to roast you, all this."
Yeah.
They came. They were blown away. They were like, "Yo,
Wow.
you nice." So then from that, I got into, like, I did another play. My senior year, I ended up hosting my pep rally. I ended up hosting a heritage show, and then I did a musical to end up my senior year of high school. And the teacher came to my parents, was like, "I think that he needs to be in this," you know? So then when I went to college, so we're kind of jumping back.
Who's the
like,
teacher? What's the teacher's
his
name?
name
Shout
is
out to
Adam
teacher.
Graham, Mr. Graham, yo. Mr. Graham is like one of the people that, like, I salute him to this day.
Yeah.
He's one of the most pivotal teachers in my life, because I didn't know what I was going to do. I was a talkative kid. I had no direction. I really had I did nothing. All I knew was that I was funny. I always cracked jokes. I always had to get that joke off. My grades were fantastic. My behavior was trash. And it wasn't I was fighting. I wasn't rude to teachers, but I couldn't shut the fuck up. I had to get that joke off. Like I'd be like.
Call my dad. Fuck it. Why the ticket across the road, bitch? Call my dad. I can't take it no more.
I was like, just call my parents right now because I'm going to say this joke. So
I gotta say it.
So, but it ended up me getting biggest comedian, you know.
What's up?
And then Tony on. I'm gonna get out on the Tony on, right?
Yeah, let's get him.
You switching?
No, finish your story.
Okay. So anyway, so I fucking like I get into this. I'm realizing this is what it is. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Tony Rock.
It's Tony Rock's birthday right here, dog.
In the building.
In the building. We got bumped from the show for his birthday.
Yo, come get some.
Yo, I want to apologize to Kevin Tate. He texted me like 3 days ago, but I haven't had my phone in my hand in the last 4 days.
I'll get no part.
So I woke up this afternoon, looked at my phone, and this shit was like 4 days ago. Kevin Tate was like, nigga, what up? I'm like, nigga, that was 4 days ago, nigga. I'm sorry.
What's in the chair?
I'm sorry. No, what's up, y'all? What's up, everybody? No, you good, you good, you good.
Shout out my
Yo,
Tony
my man
Rock.
Tehran right here. Tell a story.
All right, so initially, he told me I saw Tony at this party, right? And he told me, he's like, yo, you want to do my? It's literally a birthday show. He said, yo, you want to do my show at the Laugh Factory this Sunday? I was like, hell yeah. And he was like, all right, bet. Pull up, do 7:30, 7:15. You can do my show. I got you. The whole time I pull up, I'm early, I'm here. And he's like, yeah, you can do this show. Oh, I got you. All right, bet. I do the show. I go up. He finds out, like, hold on, after my set, he's like, wait a second. This nigga's not Tehran. This nigga is, who is this nigga, right? I did a good job.
Did you rip?
I let him think I was Tehran just so I could do, I was like he's like waiting on the Persian and black shit. I'm like, so I'm black and Cuban. Like, none of that. But I didn't even tell him because I kind of had a feeling. I was like, I think he thinks I'm someone else, but I'm not going to fucking let him know because I want this guy. That's how his fortress works. I would have never got this Chocolate Sundaes opportunities like that unless he thought I was someone else. He was like, yo, my man, yo, B, my son, my man Tehran is going to blaze up my birthday show, all right, on Mothers, all right? I don't give a fuck what no one says. And I pull up like, yeah, it's just me, Tehran.
Yo, fucking story, yo.
Yo,
but look, my dude right here, DC's finest.
DC. So when we went to DC though, that's when you got another level though. We went to DC.
Exactly.
Tony did a show at the DC Improv, DC. But I showed him. I said, "Yo, we gonna show you a real good time." And I showed you.
We had a ball.
I showed you a real good time in DC, bro.
What time this goddamn show start?
Hey, but let me tell you something. I got a Tony Rock story. It's gonna take me 15 seconds.
Let's go. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I love this.
So fucking around with Tony Rock. I'm in New York. It's my first time in New York. I said, I know Tony. I seen a nigga on Sunset.
We got you,
I
Chef.
called him. Tony Rock answered the phone. Like, yo, no, he texted me or whatever it was. He's like, yo, meet me at the Garden. You can come to the show. I'm like, oh shit, I'm lit. Tony Rock, like, pull up. Nigga, took 9 trains, nigga. I didn't even have enough coats on, bro. I took 9 trains. I get there. Tickets is good. Show is dope. He come up to me, see me, say, yo, you good? Yeah. I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah.
He said, fuck it, after the show, come with us. We going to another bar. We go to the next bar. He got all his private folk. We chilling. He with me. He like, yo, Kev, you good? But the further we went, it was more of his friends. The party got sophisticated.
We further away from the city.
He said, yo, come on here. I'm going to take you to a party in the hood. I'm with Tone. I'm going. We get in the hood. Tone done got faded. This nigga say, yo, I don't know where I'm at in New York. Now I'm lost. But I'm like, if nothing else, Tone, my man, he'll ride me to the crib. I'm talking about borough to borough. Nigga.
Yes.
Man, I see that nigga, he come leaving out the club. I'm drunk, lost, no ride home. He like, yo, you good? And he pointing from like 15 feet away like, nigga, no, I'm not good, nigga. How do I get home, God?
You know it's real when the niggas like, hey man, I don't feel safe right now.
No,
Where were y'all?
I was in New York. What are you kidding? We took me to 4 boroughs and asked me, am I good? Nigga, no. I need a ride home.
Yo, I love y'all. Happy birthday to me. Cancer season, all the cancers in the building. I think the show about to start. I got to get on stage and do my thing.
You hosting? Are you hosting?
Tate, you on deck.
All right, I'm
on deck.
Oh, you can't hear me.
I'm on deck. Hey, I'm Tehran. You need Tehran?
You
need Tehran up tonight?
All right, let's go.
It's time to shine.
Thank y'all so much.
All right. Oh, wait. Hold up. You got to tell the people.
Yeah.
That's That's all the time we have for today. Thank you guys so much for joining us. That was
great.
such a
This was a
great
good
show.
conversation.
We had great conversation.
Yo, the Chocolate Sundaes podcast is awesome. If y'all ain't on up on it, man, y'all need to get in the mix, man.
Yeah.
We coming this motherfucker. You getting real conversations from motherfucking comedians with goddamn Jack Daniels or whatever type of dude say you drinking.
They keep it on brand for the black people.
Or whatever type of dude say you drinking. And she got some too. Don't let the smooth taste fool you. That ain't no apple juice.
Shout out to Chelsea. Yeah, she's
And mine's
taking care of it.
empty.
She's
She
taking
keeping
care
it
of it.
cool.
Happy birthday, Chelsea.
She's looking out.
Chelsea, make sure
Oh,
it
happy
stays
birthday to
sexy.
her too. Is that her birthday? Oh, come
Here
on.
we go. Cancer season. Gang. Cancer season. Gang. Come on, man. Stop playing with it.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Follow me on IG. Kevin Tateis. KevinTateis. You follow my page. I do the Zodiac show. Real conversations. No place I'd rather be. Tap in.
Love it.
Chocolate Sundaes. you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yes. For me, Brandon Broady, a.k.a. Broady the Joker, at BROADY, the
Hilarious
Joker,
skits.
on every platform.
Hilarious
Yes,
skits.
please check out my skits.
Yeah.
I'm touring right now with King Batch. You know, we got Raleigh, North Carolina coming up, and we got Timonium, Maryland, my city, Maryland, my home, Maryland. So we coming soon. So be on the lookout for that. But definitely follow for those dates and tap in with me, man. This has been an amazing time. You guys are amazing hosts. Thank you. And of course, my brother right here. We've had some great.
It's a different Brody in LA. When you see him in DC,
He seen me in DC.
I seen him.
Yo.
I seen him in DC. You can't talk to me about Brandon Brody. Nobody.
Hey,
I know
look,
this guy.
look. I'm a very meek
That's
person out
Varnell.
here,
This is
but in
Varnell
DC,
Hill. This is Varnell Hill at the finest.
let me tell you, and we just did. So
Uh.
Red Grant's running for mayor. Shout out to my brother
Shout
Red
out to Red
Grant.
Grant for
He's running
mayor.
for mayor. I just did his campaign show back at the DC Improv. We hung out. We had a good time, man. Red, like Kev, you know what's up.
Shout out to
We
my
know
dog,
what's up,
Red
man.
Grant,
So we go. I go back
y'all.
home. I love my city, man.
Hell yeah.
Thank
Love
y'all.
it.
Shout out Detroit City 313. Thank y'all for having
Come
me.
on.
Chocolate Sundaes.
202-301.
And my name is Rich. Hopefully Lonnie thinks I did a good job hosting
You killed
today.
that shit, bro. You're killing it, man.
You know, I just want to make it to next week. You know,
You
Lonnie,
may
if
have
you're
bombed at the
watching this,
Improv, but you took a W at the factory,
Thank you,
man.
man. You can follow me at Rich Made That on IG, and
And I am your host at It's Kamari Love on all platforms. Thank you guys so much for joining us. This was your Sunday Scoop, and we will see you next week.
we
We out.
We out. Thank you, Brody.
Thank you.
Nah, it's great.